the truth is that nobody knows, and so the questioning of like, what are the rules of this thing? I don't think there are too many. That's what I think I've learned in the last 3 or 4 years. It comes down to good shit, and so your job if you're working at one of these companies is really like television of old and studios of old. It's completely subjective, and if anybody says, you know, there's the definitive rules, they're just acting like they know. I think it's completely subjective. It's an opportunity. The chaos, for the people that are watching this, most of the hands that went up at the beginning tonight were actors, and the chaos is your friend. It's the greatest time in the world. I mean, I spent 12 years in television, 2 or 3 or 4 years in film, and then I worked for a long time in this thing called radio. It's like a box where you plug it into a wall, and sometimes there's batteries, and so the access to old media got harder and harder and harder for people in this room to get work. The beauty of all of the chaos that really is out there is that it is a time to just go with what feels the best, and don't worry so much about should it be 6 episodes or 7 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes. The beauty of it is that there's freedom here, almost like there was in college radio. For anybody that works in radio or did, I, in all seriousness, love that medium, and I love to fuck with it. But, you know, in college radio, there was nobody in charge. There was nobody saying, say what's on this cue card, you know, play only these 10 songs. And that's a spirit that got a lot of people going. And Ileana Douglas, who Wilson and I work with, talks a lot about, you know, how hard it is to get independent films made today. So that's why she's turned to the web. She's turned to the web because I'm going to just be the guy to stand up here and say, there aren't rules. There's make it great. And then you have an opportunity to blow people's minds. You do. I mean, you know, the fact that Ileana had this idea and all on her own, went to IKEA, got a sponsor, and now there's millions of views later. That's like fucking willpower. You know, it's the kind of thing that like doesn't work in television anymore. I mean, it's like winning the lottery. It doesn't work to say, hey, I'm going to go get $50 million and make a film. But I've seen work. You know, people have submitted work to us that, you know, if you really had enough of a brain about production budgets, you knew that this person spent, you know, $2,000 or $3,000 and did something that was phenomenal.